Hi students, today I'm going to teach you how to analyze a formula, and you need to learn this when you are performing looping because we are going to use the terminology a lot. So let's go into this question. The first thing you need to learn is the terminology. What the terminology mean? Terminology, right, is just something like naming. You're going to learn naming. Is an A, terminology. There are two things you need to learn. What is the two things you need to learn? The first thing is index. You are going to see index a lot during your programming life. The second thing you need to learn is terms. I give you an example of terms last time, right? But I'm going to repeat it again. 1 is a term, 2 is a term, x is a term. 2x is how many terms? 2x is also one term. 3 is a term. This is just an example. Each of these is just one term, one term, one term, one term. So what is index? Index is just a starting point. You can call it as a starting point. Let's look at the index more. Say index start from 0. Say index start from 0 to 3 versus index 1 to 3. Say index start from 0 to 3 vs index 1 to 3. How many terms have we been calculated? How many terms? How many terms? The question is how many terms? If we start from 0 to 3, right, we are counting from 0, 1, 2, 3. Totally have 4 terms. If we start from index as 1 to 3, right, 1, 2, 3. So we totally have 3 terms. So far, can you understand? I'll give you a little while to digest while I change the pen color. So let's pick blue color. So let's look at this equation. The equation in here. To analyze this equation, like, first thing you need to identify is the index. The second thing you need to identify is the stopping point. So what is the significance about this? If the index starts from 0, we call this as a starting point. If it ends at 2, right, we call this as stopping point. Take note, this is not the total number of terms. Because why? If your index is starting at 0, if your stopping point is 3, how many total terms have you been counted? You have counted 4 terms in total. Can you see the difference? Okay, I'm going to explain it. If your index is starting from 0, right, you substitute 0 into this formula, right, and then what you get? Here you got a first term, here you got a second term, here you got the third term. So far, can you understand or not? Let's look at equation 1. When index is starting at 0 until index is starting at 2, how many terms have you been counted? The total is 1, 2, 3. We have counted totally. The first answer is 3 terms. So the second question, what is the last index number? I is equal what? So I, just now we discussed at this formula, right, I is equal to 0 and the last number is I is equal to 2. I is equal to 2. This one is I is equal to 2. So 0 or 2, which one is the stopping index, 0 or 2. The question asks you what is the last index number. The last index number also known as the stopping point. So the answer is I is equal to 2. Easy? Let's look at the third question. What we see is this part is changed. This part is changed to 19. When I is starting from 0 until I is equal to 19, how many terms have you been counted? Just now I already discussed, right? Look at this question and compare to this one. It's very similar, right? So the answer total is we have counted 20 terms. So the fourth question asking you what is the last index number? He asks you what is the last index number. He asks you, right, what is the last index number to count 20 terms? They want you to count 20 terms. Starting from index is equal to 0 until I is equal to what? So it asks you summation of, let me erase it. The summation of I is equal to 0 until I is equal to unknown is equal to, they want you to count 20 terms. So what is this number? The number is I is equal to 19. The answer is 19. So is there a formula to count it? If you don't know, you still cannot understand. Yes, there is a formula to count it. So what is the formula? The formula is when you are very often, right, you don't use a while loop very much. You use a while loop most likely when you are getting user input. Say the user input did not meet your requirement, right? You don't want to loop, so you use a while loop. Most of the time when you need at least one loop, right, then you use a do while loop. The do while loop will always execute first. So this is pointless. Don't look at this first. But the main concern we are going to look at, right, is to look at the formula. The formula is stop value minus starting value divided by increment value. Look at this red box. Stop value minus start value plus 1, and this is the number of times of the loops. The number of times of loops, right, you can also call it as the terms, how many terms you want. So let's call this as NOT, number of times. The number of times is equal to stop value minus starting value divided by increment value plus 1. Let's write it to here. Now it's very messy, let me clean it up. Let me clean it. Okay. Now we have space already, we can continue. Let's change the pen color. Let's use light blue. So just now the formula, right, number of terms is equal to, what is the formula again? Increment value, stopping value, starting value, stopping value, starting value. Where is the pen? Increment value, stopping value minus starting value plus 1. This is the formula. Okay, if you don't know, right, solve the fourth question using this formula. So the question given you the question wanted you to count 20 terms. So we sub it in, right? 20 is equal to, what is the stopping? Don't know the stopping, right? It asks you to find the stopping number. So we leave it first. Stop minus, what is the starting number? Starting number is 0. Stop minus 0 divided by, what is the increment value? Increment value is I plus plus lah, because we are usually iterate using 1 as the iteration, and the formula is +1. So when you shift this +1 to here, what it becomes? It becomes -1. So we're left with 19 is equal to stop minus 0. Stop minus 0 is still stop. Stop divided by 1 is equal to stop. So our stop is equal to 19. Easy? Easy lah. Okay. So far I hope you learned something. If you still don't understand, message in group. Please don't be shy. Any questions share in group so everyone can learn from it.